Hi. So this is going to be a short little class to harmonize and balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Now, they do different things. The left brain is more about language, logic, processing. So it likes to take the past, the present, and the future and organize that in order to make your life and world make sense. In fact, get what you want, basically. The right side of the brain is more about creativity, emotional processing, and spatial awareness. Now, they work together. And what we're going to do are a few exercises that help to harmonize both sides so that you have a richer and fuller experience and understanding of everything you do and perhaps what you hear and what you're trying to understand. Sound good? Let's get started. Okay, so anytime we do cross-lateral movements, we are actually creating a stimulating effect for both sides of the brain. So we're going to start out sitting nice and tall. If you're not comfortable sitting cross-legged, then please sit in a firm chair without leaning against the back of it. You want to keep your spine long, strong, and tall. Okay, so inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let's float the opposite arm to opposite knee, other arm behind you. Inhaling, breathing in, lengthening through your spine, even if it's just a thought. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, exhale, turn to the other side. Hang out here. There are lots of benefits as well to twisting, as you would know. But right now, we're just focusing on cross-lateral movements that can stimulate harmonizing and balancing, exhaling for left and right hemispheres of the brain. Now, breathing exercise, Nadi Shodhanan. This is a very powerful, calming, as well as energizing. So it energizes the nadis of the bodies, which are tubes that the energy travels through. And of course, you can't see energy, nor can you see the nadis. So don't think some doctor's going to tell you where your big and small nadis are. That's not how it works. However, we're doing this because it will balance your left, right hemispheres. And they do work together. The corpus callosum runs between the right and the left, and it's just a bundle of nerves so that your brain can talk to the other side and vice versa. And probably have an argument once in a while too, but that's another story. Okay, so you're going to take your right hand, fold your peace fingers in, use your thumb and your ring finger. You're going to find the spot between the cartilage and the flesh on your nostril. You don't have to press very hard, and you're going to use your thumb on your right side, and you're going to use your ring finger on your left side. Now, just out of curiosity, before you start, and you may want to use a tissue, make sure your nose doesn't have anything to fly out. Just check, because throughout the day, one nostril will be freer than the other. That's just natural and normal. And then throughout the day, it switches over. Sometimes they're actually equal. So I'm going to see, and you do this too, just block a nostril and exhale through the other one. And then block the other nostril and breathe out. Well, interesting is that I actually feel that they're equal right now. There's no wrong, there's no better, there's no anything, except that I will say the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body. The left side of your brain controls the other side, or the right side of your brain controls the left side. But as I say, they do work in concert together. Okay, so get your hands ready. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, block your right, exhale through your left. Block your left, inhale or exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Block, exhale through your left. I think I missed the first exhale for the left. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhaling right. Block, exhale left. Inhale left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right and drop your hand down. Now you may want to stop the video at this point and just do this one more time. This helps to harmonize and balance the right and left side of the brain hemispheres. It also helps to calm the nervous system and yet maintain a modicum of alertness. This is a good thing. All right, let's move the cushion aside. I'm going to do a couple of postures here, cross-lateral. We'll start out with bird dog. If you need to put a cushion or double over your mat to protect your knees, please do that. Make yourself comfortable. You're worth it. This is not about suffering. You're going to extend your left leg straight out behind you, and then your right arm straight out in front of you. Engage your core, pull your belly buttons in. Be sure that your leg, your arm, your spine, and your neck are aligned as best you can. One of the things that you don't want is lifting up at the head or letting the head hang. And then to avoid putting all your weight into that front hand, activate your arm muscles, your shoulders, and your upper body. One more breath in and stretching. Exhale and releasing. Let's take that right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, releasing the side of your head onto the mat. And if you like, tippy toe and tent your fingers or plant your palm on the ground. So these twisting and cross lateral movements, or asanas, as of course we call them, are bringing harmony and balance to both sides of your brain through minding the body. We can mend the mind. Yeah, how about a mind? How about a gold mine? Okay, let's extend the right leg straight out behind us and the left arm. And again, try not to sink into the wrist by activating the muscles in the forearm, the upper arm, the shoulder, and the upper body. So engaging your core, you're pressing your fingertips into the mat, you're breathing, stretching, holding, maybe even smiling. And release. And let's sweep that left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, releasing your shoulder, the side of your face, onto the floor. You can leave your hand here if you like, or you can tippy toe it out. Whatever you prefer. Twist positions, of course, keep the spine supple, flexible. One yogi said we're as old as our spine, so keeping the spine young will keep you looking youthful And of course, it innervates the nerves. They like to be mobilized. And twisting is excellent for all of your abdominal organs, the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, intestines. They all respond well to twists. Okay, let's draw that front arm in. And now step your right leg forward, bending at the knee. Curl the back toes under. You can stay here if you like. You're going to bring your opposite elbow outside of that front knee. Open your palm facing up. Bring the other arm on top. You're going to try and make a mirror image with your arms. Then look down at your mat. You can stay here in this twist position, sideways prayer, or focus your gaze, lift your back knee off the floor, and press through your heel. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your knee. Keep looking down at the floor. This will help you with balance. Even if you're wobbly, you're activating all the tiny little proprioceptor muscles in the ankle and the foot, which are super important for, well, especially here in Toronto in February with all the snow, ice, slush. You want all those little muscles to be working well. Okay, bring your hands to the floor. Take that front leg back, and let's come into a downward facing dog and just walk your dog. Now, from a physical point of view, when your head is below your heart, you're getting a lot more blood supply into the brain. So, from a physiological point of view, inversions are really important for maintaining the health of everything above the heart. All those endocrine glands, your pineal, your pituitary, your hypothalamus, thyroid, parathyroids. So you're walking the dog, one leg bent, one leg straight, and then come on down onto your knees. And let's bring the other knee forward. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take the opposite elbow, so you're twisting your body again, bringing the elbow to the outside, and then making that mirror image with your hands. Your back toes are curled under. As I said, you can stay here. If you're struggling with balance today, just stay here. Turn your head sideways and twist as much as you can. If you want to balance, lift your back knee off the floor, press through your heel, and keep your gaze focused in front of you on the mat. And breathe. So whenever we're trying to balance, which improves your mind's ability to focus, you stare at something that's not moving. That makes sense, doesn't it? And that will do. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Lower your hands. Okay. And come on over onto your backs. Draw your knees up into your chest. One hand on top of each knee. And let's just make some circles on our backs. Change the direction. And then extend your left leg down in front. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Draw it across your body. These supine twists are fantastic. So it is a cross-lateral movement again, which serves to balance and harmonize your left and right hemisphere. You're going to feel this, of course, in your hip. Now, we can go further over and roll over onto our hips. That's going to lift your opposite shoulder off the floor, and that's fine. But if you want to keep your right shoulder, so the one that's furthest away from the camera on the mat, just apply a little bit of pressure here, keeping the shoulder on the mat, and feel the stretch and the release through the hip and glute area. And come back to the center, draw the knee in. Let's bring the other knee up, extend the right leg down in front, placing your right hand on the outside of your left knee. As I say, I find it more comfortable to keep your opposite shoulder, that would be this one, your left shoulder on the mat. You can even turn your head to the left if you like, or keep it in the center, but apply a little bit of pressure so that you do get a nice release and a nice stretch through the hip area that in yoga we refer to as the junk drawers, where we stuff things we don't have time to process, things we don't want to think about, stuff that happens that are like WTF. You know, the body can become a repository for unprocessed mental, emotional impressions. And come back into the center, and then just take a precious moment or two, bring your heels together, let your feet splay out, lift your shoulder blades up, tucking them under your heart center, palms are facing up in the open and receiving position. You can press your lower back into the floor just gently, not a lot. But this does start to engage and stretch out some of your abdominal muscles. Separate the biting surfaces of the teeth, relax the jaw, let your eyeballs sink into their sockets while your eyes are closed. Let your body be soft and heavy. Shavasana is arguably one of the most important postures in yoga. This allows the benefits of what you have just done to be uploaded and integrated. And when you're ready, come on back up. Remember, inversions are excellent for the blood supply coming to the head. Your breath is a natural tranquilizer. And if you did this practice today, smile and give yourself a little pat on both shoulders so you stay balanced. Namaste.